The reopening of schools for Los Angeles Unified has generally gone well, although the reality of what students and their families are dealing with when it comes to the coronavirus pandemic continues to weigh on educators, the president of the local teachers union said Thursday, April 29. People are genuinely exhausted, Myart-Cruz said during an interview at Playa Vista Elementary, where she joined Superintendent Austin Beutner for a school reopening campus tour. They're happy and thrilled to be with their students, but the exhaustion is real. This is another disruption, coming from home to back into schools. Folks are trying to navigate that, especially, she said, if you don't have a lot of kids coming back, and folks are dealing with COVID, and the community at large. I think that weighs on folks as well. The state's largest district, which serves nearly 580,000 K-12 students, began welcoming back students in mid-April, after 13 months of campus closures due to the pandemic. It rolled out the reopening of elementary and early education facilities over the course of 2 weeks starting on April 13, then welcomed back middle and high school students this week. But the number of students who have opted to return to a physical classroom has varied greatly between communities. Fewer than 20% of students have returned at some schools while others prepare to welcome back more than 90% of their students. Low-income communities that have seen higher death tolls due to the coronavirus and that have had a harder time accessing vaccines have seen fewer students return to classrooms. Younger students have also returned in higher numbers. District officials have acknowledged that the hybrid format for middle and high school students, where students continue to learn online for the most part even on the days they're on campus, is not ideal, but said it's necessary to keep students from roaming between classes in order to minimize the risk of a viral transmission. A number of parents have demanded that in-person instruction be offered full-time, 5 days a week to all students this fall. Asked if the union would be comfortable with the district bringing back all students full-time by the start of the new school year, Myart-Cruz said it's difficult to know what conditions will be like in August. Your mind always wants to think of optimism and so forth, but there's a lot of variance. Are those variants coming here? I want to be very cautious in how we proceed, she said. This week, Beutner said if the district were to switch all secondary schools over to a block schedule, where students take 4 classes per semester rather than 6 to 8 year-round, students could remain in smaller cohorts. Assuming more people are vaccinated by the fall and that COVID-19 transmission rates continue to drop, the superintendent said all students could be back on campus full-time by the start of the 2021-22 school year.